In this session 3, we talk about claiming your power, claiming your self-worth by connecting to your roots. Now that we have our purpose, how do we claim our power? Tapping into my purpose has given me a sense of my gift to the world and ultimately what is needed to tap into my uniqueness. How can I start to claim power? The key to claiming one's power is an understanding and connection to one's purpose. When we understand our purpose, we have a natural movement towards connecting to our souls. Once we have our why, we can walk into the world with a deeper understanding of who we are and why we're here. It gives us an immediate focus and confidence. When I started working in the field of personal leadership development, I found it difficult to take ownership of my power. I was drawn to the work of which essentially is based on empowering people to transform their narratives and ultimately take responsibility for reaching their highest potential. It is empowering transformational work. Interesting though, that I found it difficult to own my own status as a catalyst, as I hadn't had the opportunity to study after high school and went straight to work, and therefore I never felt I was qualified or good enough to do the work. I was always seeking approval from others, even though I authentically embodied and held the space well for transformation to take place through my inner wisdom, coupled with studies in family constellations and metaphysical studies, and my personal spiritual practice. I'm a strong believer that our purpose will come towards us. I often reflect on the fact that the work found me. I didn't actually intentionally seek out the work. Taking your power fully is a brave act because not many people will approve of you being any more successful than them. It's easier and safer sometimes to fail or be mediocre. It's taken huge courage, vulnerability, and determination. I love this quote by Marianne Williamson as it sums up this topic. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. One of the greatest lessons I took from my own personal experience of finally reaching into my purpose and moving into the world without fear was that I was sabotaging out of fear of success as opposed to fear of failure. I was too driven by other people's approval. I always realized that ownership comes in different forms, and identifying ourselves through our work only is not helpful. Essentially, we are children of light and have come into this world to shine and to take responsibility, to show up and own that light and beauty within. So in taking this journey and owning my power, I needed to change a narrative about not being good enough and to literally feel the fear and do it anyway. And when I took the plunge and saw the results, I was able to hold the work authentically. People that were experiencing my work were returning to me with amazing stories of transformation. It was all I really needed. The lesson I learned is to move towards like-minded people. Something I've made an effort to do over the past few years is to move towards people that are collaborators as opposed to competitors. They, like me, hold the virtue of humility, love and inclusivity. The ability to connect to diversity is power, and that everyone counts. Here's a short visualization that will help you to change an inner narrative to take your power. Think about a narrative that holds you back, that you would like to shift. Sit in a comfortable chair, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out 3 times. Imagine you're in a safe place where you feel resourced and supported. Think of a time perhaps where this narrative comes to life in you. Visualize yourself with that narrative. How does it make you feel your body? And start to feel what that shame actually feels like and the negative narrative that's moving through your body. Allow it to move through and surrender to it. And now I want you to imagine yourself in this beautiful place in another area in your life. And just take note of where does that narrative really belong? Who does it belong to? It probably belongs with the person who first held it, where it came from. And what I want you to do now is take in another deep breath and imagine that you're returning that narrative to the person where it first came from, where it really belongs, and leave it respectfully with them. And as you see the narrative moving from your body to the place where it belongs, take in another deep breath and feel the freedom in you now. Feel the difference that makes even in your body. And when you finish doing that, I want you to reframe a narrative. Turn it around so it becomes an opportunity for you in your life going forward.